as their own and then trying to copy them.
Imitation was a huge part of it, and we even see that. There's been some interesting studies done on the faces of giant statues. One in particular is the face of Ramses. Chris Dunn was real seminal in this. He went and took a photo, like very front on. You take a copy of that photo, you make it 50% transparent, make the original 50% transparent, you take one and you flip it on that horizontal axis. It's perfectly symmetrical, left to right. The most efficient way to create that, if you're going to design a computer, is like, well, I'm going to create half.
I speak a little Italian. I can say, feed me, I'm hungry. And sono affamato. I can say it in 27 languages. I can write it in hieroglyphics if I have to. If I go back in the time machine, I want to be covered. And we went to this little mom and pop restaurant. The waiter's name was Luigi. He's also the owner. And there's no such thing as an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's just the way it is. And I said, Luigi, sono affamato. Hey, look at your hand! He's a sono affamato. Just have to come in here!
Hey, Johnny, I'm going to talk to you in a bit, okay?
Sono affamato. Look at your hand! You son of a bitch! I speak a little Italian.
Good.
I can say, feed me, I'm hungry. And sono affamato. Hey, what's up, man?
Good night. Night, Johnny.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Yo, what are you doing with that controller there?
Huh? Oh, I'm rolling.
You're rolling?
Yeah.
Rolling.
So basically, in NES Tetris, players would originally hold down the left and right to get pieces further to the sides, right? Okay. Then eventually they started tapping super fast to go from left to right. But the human limit caps at around like 15 times a second, as you'll find the fastest humans are. So a player named Cheesefish invented a technique where you'll put your thumb on the D-pad and push the controller into your thumb to register an input. Do you hear that? Yeah. So basically, instead of just using one finger, you could use 5 fingers to push your controller into your hand. So if you do it really fast, it looks like this.
Use this time for some target practice. Real things coming soon.
I can get about 20 to 30 times a second. 30 times a second. Yep.
Dude. Yo, what are you doing with that controller there?
Huh? Oh, I'm rolling.
You're rolling?
Yeah.
Rolling.
So basically...
One trainer took me to a 60-minute workout. He said, once you start, you get addicted. I don't think so. Pretty sure I can quit this anytime I want.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Turkey, then eat the cold turkey.
Then eat that cold turkey, Dad.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. Gear up, grab your shoes. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Let's roll. Battle Royale.
This is the almost lost art of hand lettering comic books. We post a lot of lettering content.
Keep clear of that gas. Get to the safe zone.
Lettering without a computer. In the world of Adobe Illustrator and Clip Studio, what you're watching seems almost as ancient as green flowering stones. Lydia is finalizing a page from Interdimension 3 using a once common tool called a Dean's Guide. You set your letter height by turning the dial, and then you slide it along a ruler or T-square to make guidelines that help keep your lettering and line spacing consistent. If you've read any comics from before, say, 1980, then the chances are pretty good that they were letters this way, and probably inked with that.
Enemy soldier incoming. You're losing ground. Move it.
Well, fuck.
Gave it a solid
Whatever.
try. Time to head back to base.
Whatever.
The enemy took that one, but we'll get them back. Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Clean.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. Gang's all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's get this done. Battle Royale. Gas is approaching on your position. Move to the safe zone. Cash drop is en route.
What should I use?
Wizard, we don't often see Gandalf actually use his full powers, and when he does, they sometimes seem a little underwhelming. So, what magic can he do? Let's take a look. Hi everyone, this is Robert. Welcome to Indeed Geek. On this channel we cover the best in fantasy. The Lord of the Rings, A Song of Ice and Fire, The Witcher, and more. If you like the sound of that, there's a subscribe button around here somewhere. Just how powerful is Gandalf. Gandalf is introduced to us in both The Lord of the Rings and Shire as a great wizard. But to the hobbits, that really seems to just mean someone who is good at making fireworks. Fair enough, you might think. Those are the simple expectations of a simple people who know little of the world outside the Shire. But if you start to think about it, for a very powerful wizard, Gandalf uses his magic powers in obvious ways, not like magicians in many other high fantasy movies. He certainly never throws fireballs at the Nazgul or teleports himself anywhere, makes himself invisible or anything like that. So what powers does he have? Well, we should start by recognizing that Gandalf himself is a magical being. He is not just an old man who has learned some spells. He is a Maya, created by the thought of Eru Ilúvatar himself. He is immortal and able to take different forms, hence him being able to bodily die as Gandalf the Grey and return as Gandalf the White. He has powers of foresight. He knows the fate of some things to come, if not all the details. It's no coincidence that he formed an attachment to the hobbits of the Shire. He knew they had an important role to play, and he knew that Gollum had a role to play before the end, for good or ill, as he says. Maiar are powerful, spiritual beings who can see and exist on a different, more spiritual plane than mere mortals. Gandalf can sense things that others can't. This and his foresight undoubtedly played into something that isn't a power per se, but proved crucial in the success of the Ring Quest, his wisdom. Knowing to trust Frodo with the ring and to launch that seemingly hopeless attack on the Black Gates of Mordor in order to win Frodo and Sam a clearer run at Mount Doom. Being a Maya meant that Gandalf was immortal, but it didn't make him omniscient or all-powerful. What happened at Moria proved that. But it did mean that he had a base level of power that very few others in Middle-earth possessed. In rather crude shorthand, it meant that he was naturally magical. Tolkien famously had a soft magic system, so the line between natural and magical power is left deliberately fuzzy. But either way you look at it, even without going any further, Gandalf was one of the handful of the most naturally powerful beings in Middle-earth. And the moment he arrived in Middle-earth, he was immediately gifted a magical item that gave him even more power. Círdan the elf gave him Narya, one of the 3 elven rings of power. I talked about this at length in another video, but very broadly speaking, it seems to have had 2 huge impacts. First, it gave him the power of encouragement to himself and others. This is what Círdan says when giving the ring to Gandalf. It will support you in the weariness that you have taken upon yourself. For this is the Ring of Fire, and with it you may reach...
Check your weapons, check your gear. We're holding for deployment.
And you do see it with Gandalf. Wherever he goes, people gain.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
The opposite is also true. When he fell at Khazad-dûm, the remainder of the Fellowship were but in the wars of Melkor. We must do without hope. So Gandalf himself does not worry, not even when things get tough. And those around him...
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Others is not a power easy to quantify, but it is noticeable that when Gandalf is there...
Press for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move.
The effect is palpable.
Gang's all here.
The second thing Narya...
Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
We see Gandalf do small bits of fire magic, almost as his default type of magic.
I'll see you on the other side.
Lighting the way through Moria, throwing magical flaming pine cones
Battle
down
Royale.
walls and standing firm against the balcony. That's a lot of fire resistance going on just there. Oh, and
Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you hightail it out of there.
But Gandalf doesn't just use fire.
Positive ID on multiple strongholds. Locations are marked on your tac map.
Mentions offhandedly that he used to know over 200 different spells to open doors. And in Moria, he uses a spell to close a door and keep it closed. A couple of times we see him change his appearance to seem taller and more imposing, and he strikes Grima voiceless in Legolas. He also seems to have some combat spells, at least in facing off against the Nazgûl and other creatures of darkness. In Moria, he pushes his staff earlier, the Nazgul were wheeling overhead on their beasts. Gandalf raised his hand and light burst forth. The Nazgul gave a cry and swerved away. And earlier at Weathertop, when Gandalf met the Nazgul on his own, he unleashes a flurry of light and fire that Frodo and Aragorn see from many miles away. Gandalf drives off the Nazgul. It's perhaps a nerdily nuanced point, but I guess that the magic, therefore, that Gandalf uses in combat isn't really combat magic per se. We don't see
secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on your attack map.
Instead, Gandalf tends to use his powers over light and fire to drive enemies away or buy some time. I suppose it suits his character that he isn't really a battle mage, but can still face down some pretty impressive opponents. And we shouldn't forget Gandalf's mind magic. He's clearly a telepather of some kind.
One supply box down, 2 remain.
Because Tolkien had a lot to say about telepathy in Middle-earth. But there are lots of examples of Gandalf communicating with his mind. He tells Frodo in Rivendell that he knows exactly what happened to him because he could hear his thoughts. He seems to have some mental connection with Shadowfax, being able to communicate with him from miles away. And as everyone is returning home at the end of the story, we read that Gandalf, Celeborn, Galadriel and Elrond would talk to each other without moving or speaking with their mouths, just mind to mind. And we can probably add telekinesis to telepathy. He breaks Saruman's staff simply by saying, "Saruman, your staff is broken." And when Aragorn, Gimli and Legolas meet Gandalf the White to stake on Saruman, he lifts his staff and Gimli's axe goes flying. Aragorn's sword blazed into fire, and Legolas, against his will, fired his knocked arrow into the sky, not at Gandalf. Impressive stuff. So when you think about it, Gandalf's magical range is huge. Fire magic, mental magic, water magic, lockpicking, light, and so on. In just this one short video, we've seen well over a dozen completely different ways in which Gandalf has used magic, in addition to his innate abilities as a Maya. And I promise you there are many other instances that I haven't mentioned. Gandalf knows a lot of magic. So why do some people leave reading The Lord of the Rings with the idea that Gandalf doesn't do much magic? I suppose it's probably in comparison to later high fantasy series and franchises where magic is often a lot more obvious. You wouldn't have to be a very high-level wizard in Dungeons & Dragons, say, to do most of what Gandalf does. But I think Gandalf's low-key magic usage is absolutely intentional by Tolkien. Gandalf seems loath to use magic, partly because it comes at a cost, it seems to tire him, and particularly when he's forced to do a word of command, which seems to be an especially taxing and mysterious form of magic. But again, we'll cover that in another video. He may not do much flashy magic.
I thought he had actual, detailed information. But he just keeps saying magic over and over again.
You got a loadout drop inbound.
Lawnmowers are
Gas
just
is closing in.
automatic.
Relocating the safe zone.
Ganley's right. If somebody got a lawnmower, they'd have a fully automatic knife. Can you believe it, gang? A fully automatic knife in the UK. These people aren't safe. They need to start checking up. They need to start licensing people for lawnmowers. They need to do a background check for the blades. Could you imagine anybody just going around with a lawnmower, aka the automatic knife? A lawnmower, right? Who needs to mow their lawn anymore? Nobody. You just have the government do it. The government mows your lawn. You don't need to have an automatic knife, aka lawnmower, whatever. Crazy. You're never gonna overthrow the government with your automatic
2 supply
knife.
boxes secured, 1 remaining.
Lawnmowers are just
Gas is inbound.
Ganley's right. If somebody got a lawnmower, they'd have a fully automatic knife. Can you believe it, gang? A fully automatic knife in the UK. These people aren't safe. They need to start checking up. They need to
This is scary. In 2011, a group of 5 tourists discovered a hidden military base in the Grand Canyon while exploring. They came across an unusual-looking wall on the mountainside. When one of them moved some stones, the wall opened, revealing an abandoned military station. Despite their initial hesitation, they entered and found everything still intact, including old documents from 1989. While they were exploring, the wall closed on its own, causing panic. They tried to find a way to open it, but couldn't locate a switch. After hours of unsuccessful attempts, they decided to venture deeper into the military base. They eventually found the entrance to a bunker and tried to open it, as it seemed to be the only way to access food. To their astonishment, upon opening the bunker door, they encountered 4 individuals who claimed to be from the intelligence agency. These bunker occupants explained that they had been hiding. The bunker had been a nation. This is scary. In 2011, a group of 5 tourists discovered a hidden
Contract failed. Objective lost. Supply cache locations are resecured. We lost that contract.
On the mountainside.
Supply boxes marked. Secure those locations.
Revealing an abandoned military station. Despite their initial hesitation, they entered and found everything still intact, including old documents from 1989. While they were exploring, the wall closed on its own, causing panic. They tried to find a way to open it, but couldn't locate a switch or mechanism. After hours of unsuccessful attempts, they decided to venture deeper into the military base. They eventually found the entrance to a bunker and tried to open it, as it seemed to be the only way to access food. To their astonishment, upon opening the bunker door, they encountered 4
Supply box secured.
who
2 to
claimed to
go.
work for the U.S. intelligence agency. These bunker occupants explained that they had been hiding. The bunker had been a nation. This is scary. In 2011, a group of 5 tourists discovered a hidden military base in the Grand Canyon while exploring. They came across an unusual-looking wall on the mountainside. When one of them moved some stones, the wall opened, revealing an abandoned military station. Despite their initial hesitation,
Gas is
they entered
inbound,
and found
marking a new
everything
safe
still
zone.
intact, including old documents from 1989. While they were exploring, the wall closed on its own, causing panic. They tried to find a way to open it, but couldn't locate a switch or mechanism. After hours of unsuccessful attempts, they decided
1
to
supply
venture
box
deeper
remaining.
into the
Move and secure that
military
daggone thing.
They eventually found the entrance to a bunker.
Black site's
and tried to
clear.
open
Area
it, as it
secure.
seemed to be the only way to access food. To their astonishment, upon opening the bunker door, they encountered 4 individuals who claimed to work for the U.S. intelligence agency. These bunker occupants explained that they had been hiding. The bunker had been a nation. This is scary. In 2011, a group of 5 tourists discovered a hidden military base in the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
I'm tired of being labeled. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Oh, girl, don't set up your Twitter on fire.
I'm sorry. What?
Gas is closing in.
What did you just say? Stop tape right now. Okay.
I will say this.
What?
I mean, I don't know where my roots go to. I don't know how far back they go. I can't go on, I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country in Africa I'm from. But I do know that my roots are in Louisiana. I'm an American. And that's a colorless person. Because we're all people. I have lots of things running through my veins.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of flack for saying you're not African American. You know that, right?
I don't
Enemy soldier incoming.
So I want you to say what you really
Contract
mean.
complete. All supply boxes secured.
I'm an American. That's what I really mean.
Why is this bad in any way, shape, or form? The fact that that's controversial is kind of insane to me. It truly is.
I'm tired of being labeled. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Oh, girl, don't set up your Twitter on fire.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
What did you just say? Stop tape right now. Okay.
I will say this.
What?
I mean, I don't know where my roots go to. I don't know how far back they go. I can't go on, I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country in Africa I'm from. But I do know that
Wow.
I'm an American. And that's a colorless person. Because we're all people. I have lots of things running through my veins.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of flack for saying you're not African American. You know that, right?
I don't label myself.
Okay. So I want you to say what you
You're
really
disgraceful.
mean.
What I really mean by that is I'm an American. That's what I really need.
Why is this bad? In any way, shape, or form. The fact that it's controversial is kind of insane to me. It truly is.
I'm tired of being labeled.
So apparently we're going to see the most illegal Lego building technique ever created. So far, this all seems pretty normal though. Just an average looking build, piecing blocks together, almost like a staircase or something, but the staircase is being put on top of another one? Normal so far. Alright, we're going to connect the bigger pieces
Your fight's
together.
over, soldier.
It looks a little
Turn
bit
to base.
flimsy maybe, but all in all, looks okay.
Failure ain't fatal. It's just an opportunity to do better.
It's a slinky! So, you what? Someone figured out how to build a slinky out of Lego. What?
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
What? Look at that! That's incredible.
Moving here.
You know what?
Cancel that.
This should not be illegal.
Supply crates are
I
restocked.
need a
Advise
petition
you
to
load
make
up
this
now.
legal now. That is so cool. So apparently we're gonna...
I want to share kind of an open secret about galleries. But first, I just want to say I love galleries. I need them to showcase new work, and I can't stress enough how important it is to see art in person. So here's the open secret. Art galleries take 50% of the sales. So that's 100% markup from what the artists get. Some are 40%, some are 60%, but largely it's 50%. And this is a standard procedure for most places. When you buy something, there's always a markup. And galleries are in the cut by promoting their artists and giving them press and corresponding with clients, paying rent for the space where the work is shown, and a bunch of other important stuff. In theory, I love this idea that I get to make the work and the gallery just does the rest. The challenge, though, is that I've never been able to make a reasonable living through this model, and I don't know that many people who do. It's been the combination of online sales and gallery sales that have enabled me to work in the studio full-time. And I'm still trying to figure this game out. I want to share kind of an open secret about galleries in the art world with you, but first I just want to say I love galleries and we really need them to showcase new work, and I can't stress enough how important it is to see art in person. So here's the open secret. Art galleries take 50% of the sales.
It's crazy how empires rise and fall.
Well, I got a hot take on this. I don't think the Roman Empire fell. I think it became a church. I think Rome fell, but the Roman Empire became the church. Where's all the money from the Roman Empire?
The church.
In the basement of the Vatican. So, Roman Empire became a church. The British Empire became a bank. So we gave our empire back. He said, oh yeah, sorry about that. You can have that back. We gave, Saudi Arabia back and all these other places that we took.
Gear up fast, we're about to get evil.
Then they had their own money. And then we went, oh, well, what are we doing with that money? Because we've got this thing called the City of London. I tell you what, it's your money.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Number.
Soldier incoming. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3. Gang's all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up and grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
I'll see you on the other side. Battle Royale. You got gas closing in fast. Unass yourself to the safe zone.
Okay.
Bro, why are you so sad?
I worked in France for 3 months in Nice, the south of France. I enjoyed it. In Nice, I stayed at a 5-star hotel. And I went to the concierge and I said, excuse me, do you know where I can get some breakfast? Je ne comprends pas, monsieur. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching CNN in English. Where's breakfast? but don't expect Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast to be there when you get off the plane, I guess. I worked in France for 3 months in Nice.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is moving.
Feels like it's too good to be true and something bad's about to happen.
Shit!
How the fuck is that? Very killing.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Got gas moving in. Home turn is off. on kills. Looks like this intel reveals the location of the next gas spread. Get it to the designated uplink station for decryption. Hurry up!
Not where I wanted to go.
Hello.
I didn't take him out of the garbage.
I'm dead.
Connection established. I want you to secure that area until the upload completes. Upload secure. Future gas spread coordinates are marked on your TAC map. You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Yeah, I don't see you eating it right on the trash. What you expect these kids to do? It's been hours, and it's bedtime.
Here, let me just finish this game. Come on now. You can't.
You're the target of a most wanted contract. Eliminate threats and secure supply caches to close it. Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone. They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back up there, yep? Most wanted contract failed. Your squad mate was KIA. You're losing ground. Move it. We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by.
Yeah. No, I'll play second.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
What's up, guys? Just sure he's doing my workout. Just okay.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All stations, green light. We are deploying to the war zone.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. There you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. You're up in 3. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
I'll see you on the other side. Battle Royale. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Be advised, Intel has located multiple strongholds.
Oh, shit. Did you get one? I think I got one. Oh, shit. Bring it in. Oh, fuck. Look at it, yeah. There you go. Oh, shit. What is it? Oh, it's huge.
3 super bad habits we are officially leaving behind in 2023. Number 1, skimping on quality sleep. The whole "we'll sleep when we die" thing is so old. Think power down early and get to bed. Number 2, over-the-top productivity.
Enemy soldier incoming.
right for Snoop first. It's all over the ground, motherfucker. It's all over the ground, motherfucker. Oh my god. Already? Whatever, I was dead anyway.
Gave it a solid try. Time to head back to base. We lost that one, but we'll get those sumbitches next time.
I said you were doing this for 5 minutes. Am I fucking dreaming? How'd you say it? I don't know why it's so fucking mean. The fuck? Stop, motherfucker.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end.
The weather patterns here seem natural.
Enemies dropping into the AO. Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly. Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3. There you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. You're up in 3. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Let's roll. Battle Royale. You got gas closing in fast. Unass yourself to the safe zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Fuck this guy.